I'm Dave Patrick, and this is Til Death Investigations. Buying a new home is one of the greatest accomplishments one can achieve in their lifetime. A new beginning for some, a new chance at a better life. A home is our castle, our sanctuary, a place where we can build our dreams and make something for ourselves. And a place to get away from the hustle and bustle that we all go through on a daily basis. For those who buy a home, sometimes it takes a little elbow grease to make that home into more than how we found it. And after we leave or move on, a new homeowner will come along and add or subtract onto what we made. That's the process, right? However, sometimes when we dig up the past or do these renovations, we sometimes unearth memories of the past or those who have gone before us. Sometimes they're curious or not too keen of what we have done to their home. Tonight, we look into a couple of familiar faces who you've met before, and they welcome us into their home, seeking some more information into whom they believe might be the original homesteader of their home, dating back to the early 1800s. Someone who may still be looking over their land. Tonight, we're welcomed into the LaCrosse residence. You guys have been having some experience at your house here. Now, when we were at the Sherwood last year and we were doing the Is It Haunted tour, you took me aside and said, "Hey Dave, check this out." And you showed me this video that just blew me away. Tell us more about what happened with that.
So the video, the house prior owners of the house had the video, and her son was just playing with a video camera that he got for I think a birthday or something like that, and was just spying on his sister or whatever through a window, and you can see what appears to be an apparition just breeze by the doorway in the other room. And I mean, like most people, they just all looking like, stop.
It does look with the camera like somebody creeping up, and as you can see here, it's very fast, so just be prepared for something to zoom right by, but I'll slow it down for you. Now as you see here, somebody with a camera is creeping up behind a couch, and all of a sudden they're painting on the hallway, and it just zooms right back. So as you can see with the slowed down pictures, it actually looks like a figure, and it's very interesting. Now, since you and Hunter have moved here, have you guys experienced anything?
A few times, just the feeling of, I don't know, where the hair sticks up on the back of your neck. One time in particular, that day, I just happened to be walking past the cemetery that's on the grounds, and I picked up a branch that was just laying on one of the graves. And starting like that night and for about a week, it was just our one child would wake up in the middle of the night and cry, which is not normal. And then when you would go to console him, it was just very, I don't know, just awkward and not an easy feeling.
And ever since you picked up that limb off of the cemetery grounds, that's when this all started?
Yep.
Wow. Have you seen anything on the grounds or inside the house here? Like out of the corner of your eye, anything like that?
No, nothing not me personally have experienced any of that. I know the prior owners to the house have talked about what they've seen, and in other investigations in the house, they've kind of said some of the same things. So it kind of gives, confirmation on everybody, that because they're all saying the same thing and they don't know each other. So, yeah.
So Carson's the one, unfortunately, who's not here, but he has experienced the most, just like at the Sherwood. And it's funny how he says, it's funny how he talks about what he sees. So he describes it as a shadow person, and that's how he says it. It's a shadow person. It's not a shadow guy. It's not a shadow girl. It's not a figure. He calls it a shadow person, and it's in the same spot, right?
Same spot.
Same spot. So like bath time. So at the end of this hallway here for bath time, and then my bathroom's here. I'm like, Carson, go grab a towel quick, and then you can get in the bath. And he started screaming, and he's hauling back to the bathroom. I thought something happened. He's like, there's a shadow person at the front door, right where that shadow Mike showed you would have gone through. And then when we first moved in, the closet in the bathroom here, he used to always say, I gotta let my friend out. My friend is stuck in the closet.
This closet around the corner?
No, bathroom at the end of the hall here. Okay. Yeah, I gotta let my friend out. My friend is in the closet. Yeah.
Now, the room that we're sitting in right now, this was part of the former house built in the 1800s?
Right behind us is. So that's part of the cabin. I have no idea what that looked like, but I do know there's small descriptions of it being encased in these walls somewhere. So, yeah. So it's within the stone, has some sort of insulation somewhere. And it is just behind here. I don't know. I don't think this room was part of it, but it for sure is over in the bathroom, Lincoln's bedroom area.
And so much history surrounds this house. That was, the cabin part of it, especially. Tell us more about that. Who was the original owner of the property?
So research shows that Lippius Wilcox was who built that cabin. He did purchase from someone else, but I'm not sure that name or if that cabin was here or not. But Lippius was and who is buried here and considered the original owner of the house. He died in his 60s right here on the property as well.
Now, we took a look at the cemetery, and the headstones are right there. Now, what is the story behind Mr. Wilcox's wife?
So from what I've read is that he had an estranged wife. For whatever reason, she left the property and didn't come back until after he passed away, from what we've been able to piece together. For some reason, they buried her here. I'm not sure why, after she was remarried. It may have been a tradition back in the day, I'm not sure. But from what we were able to piece and put together, and the written stuff we were able to find, she left the property and was still his wife, and considered a widow after he passed away, and then she since remarried after that point. She came back, sold the property, sold the stuff on it, and remarried, but they buried her here for some reason.
That was very, very strange.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know, there's nothing written about why, divorce wasn't a thing back in that day, so I don't know their arrangements or why she didn't, fulfill her days out here as he did. But yeah, after he passed away, it looks like she sold all his things off and left the property, but then somebody returned her here. So
interesting mystery indeed. So when you guys moved here back in 2018, Carson obviously has been...
Carson's very sensitive, yeah.
Amazing. I wouldn't say it's a gift per se, but it's something to work on, especially now. Who else has been seeing things here? Any family, friends?
So I did have a friend come spend the night here once. We went out to dinner and then it was just late, so he asked if he could just stay. So Mike and I tucked him in upstairs, and the next morning he was angry and he was tired, and he was like, I'm like, what is wrong? Do you want me to make breakfast? And he's like, well, if you guys would have left me alone, I probably would have got sleep. And we were like, what are you talking about? Like, we showed you where the room was, gave you your stuff. And he's like, no, you guys were up there all night and it was annoying. We were like, well, you didn't go up there at all. Like, we sent you to your room, made sure everything was okay, waited a minute, and then we went to our room. We didn't go out there at all.
On the other side of the house?
Yeah. So I'm like, I promise, I swear on everything, we did not go up there. He's like, well, you guys were walking up and down the hallway. You kept opening and cracking the door really slowly. He's like, and then it wasn't funny to even pull the sheets. And I was like, I promise and swear. After we walked downstairs, after you watched us walk downstairs, we did not go back up there.
Wow. Has anything been seen on the property itself? Any entities?
I haven't seen anything, but I usually don't see anything. Even at the Sherwood, I didn't physically see anything, well, with the exception of the little boy, but yeah, I haven't physically seen anything. Carson obviously saw the shadow person, and our tenants that used to live here on the other side of the house, she's very sensitive and used to see stuff all the time, so... When it was, so she owned it prior to us, and then she moved to one half of the house, and then we stayed in the other, and she rented for a while. So she was who we bought it from, and then she rented after. And so before we were here, she saw stuff. While we were here, she saw stuff.
Anything about a man with a top hat?
So we have had a psychic here, and then Michelle has also said, just to past the driveway here on the hill, that there is a man that appears to be in like a top hat. They describe him as like an Abe Lincoln looking kind of guy. And the psychic said what she could feel from him is that he's just very protective of the land, and he doesn't want anything bad to happen here on the property or to his property, but he's nothing malicious. He just is very... He's seeing what's happening, and he wants to watch and know what's going on, basically.
Any idea if this might be actually Mr. Lupus Wilcox?
I would assume so, because the second gentleman that passed away here, that was in the 60s. So, the top hat and the long coat, that wasn't, that didn't speak to the era that he would have passed away in, versus Lippius, who was 1800s, where that was your outing, your outing dress wear, so.
This is mine.
Yeah, and then the other owner, like I said, he passed away here as well after he did the stonework. A lot of curiosity as to what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Well, especially with renovations. It usually stirs up more activity, So, you guys have done a beautiful job with the house here. And, it's just very welcoming atmosphere and very welcoming home,
One of the other things that just came to mind was when Michelle was still here, she had a friend that was like I think she was a medium. So she, not necessarily was a psychic, but she could feel things and get energy from objects. And Michelle always used to say she couldn't sleep when she was in our old bedroom back here, because there was always this lady that was just walking up and down the hall all night, and it would drive her nuts. So our psychic friend said that it's a repetitive energy, and it's been here so long, if it's forgotten things, and that's the only thing it remembers was something in that hallway.
So it's kind of like a residual.
Right. So Michelle's medium friend that came here said at one point we had, in this hallway here, we had a mirror. And she said we had to take the mirror down because that's where this residual energy was getting its energy from, was having the mirror there. So we had to relocate that mirror, which went upstairs. So I almost wonder, walking up and down the hallway, that Wesley would have heard, if that came from relocating that mirror.
Side note, when Mike was showing me the upstairs, and especially the location where your friend had his experience, I noticed there's a mirror that's on the hallway wall with a green curtain. Is that the mirror?
That's the mirror. So you felt something from the mirror, yeah. There's definitely something with the mirror, because there's been 2 people now that didn't like the mirror, and then the medium lady was like, it has to go. I'm like, I love that mirror though. So I put it upstairs, and then I don't know how much long after, Wesley was here, and something's walking up and down the hallway, and he was mad that we were messing with him. So I don't know, maybe that's something to do with that mirror, and not necessarily the house.
After speaking to both Mike and Hunter, we wanted to start tonight with our usual spirit dive. Tonight we started with TJ, that volunteered right away. He wanted to jump right onto it. However, as we always start off, it never goes as planned with collecting anything through the spirit box connected to TJ, connected to being a conduit. However, we got this one EVP. Alright, Dave, TJ, and Nikki starting spirit dive across the residence. We have a gentleman here who is sitting down that can hear your voice if you talk to him. So if you want to talk to him through there, you can. We just have some questions for you. And if possible, you can help us out. Also, we have some other interesting features around you. I'm hoping that ball doesn't go off. That's probably the EM pump. That's spiraling. Alright. So if you want to talk to us, you're more than welcome. We can hear your voice. Through this recorder. Through that camera in front of you, or in front of TJ here. You know, Hunter and Mike, they just want to know if you're Mr. Wilcox. Are you Mr. Wilcox? Are you Mrs. Philip Cook? Israel. That's what we heard. You tell us if you heard anything differently, but I don't have any words. Mike and Hunter both don't know what it refers to. If possible, it might be a name of a former resident or a farmhand that was on the property back in the day. We don't know. So after collecting that EVP, we decided to go check out the room that Hunter's friend had been awakened during the night by someone pulling on their leg. So we went up there, and TJ's like, listen, I want to try again with the spirit dive. Alright, man. So, are you Elizabeth? Did you leave us again?
What's your name?
Did you like to bake?
My name?
You're a little slow.
It takes some time. Alright, so Elizabeth, Why did you sell your husband's stuff?
Why did you move away?
Are you Elizabeth?
I am.
We just needed your equipment.
Hey, it's a,
Not her remarried last name was Cook. And he said,
Oh,
I mean, it's kind of random, like
well,
a
it's still-
far-fetched
it's a
connection,
pretty
but
good, it's a pretty good synchronicity or similarity.
I feel like Cook's an easier word to use. But
Just saying. But
forever. Step.
Laugh.
We were all laughing.
you
Yeah.
know,
were you laughing?
do you like speaking to us, Elizabeth?
Are you buried here?
That healed, so I can't stand still. Forever and step.
Do you want us to?
Well, I mean, forever, burial ground,
Right. Was
and
your
there's a set.
husband?
Are you stuck here forever?
Watching.
So, the title of the house when I originally put it was going to be called Watching.
Yeah.
Are you just watching over the property? Watching over your home?
Yes.
Are we doing okay? Do you like what we've done?
The score for me.
Okay.
Should she mow the lawn more?
What?
Should she mow the lawn more?
Should Hunter be out in the field more often? Okay.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think you mowed the lawn. You just made hay.
Yeah. Are there still animal spirits here? Did you own any pets? Like cat?
Who's Lippius?
Was Lippius your husband? Did you have any children here? She did. She did. I think so. I don't know if they were Lippius' children or her accepted husband.
Is any of your children here with you, Elizabeth?
Do you know Newport?
One of their families was.
Middletown?
What year were you born?
Lost.
I don't know what year she was born. I know what year she passed away. But everything that we...
No, I agree.
I agree, so.
Yeah.
But it's
She's
very
old.
early.
Yeah, hers.
I just, on something that I got, something from the historian, they didn't know how old she was. And I don't remember if it was because they didn't know what year she was born or what year she was born. What's lost here? I wonder if she said she lost it. Because I really just asked if she had children. So we were talking about her birthday.
What's my name? Are you still here?
Do you like talking with us?
I am.
This is a question. These right now exist.
How many children did you have?
Mirror.
Do you like the mirror? Do you like the mirror in the hallway?
Hallway.
Are you there now?
I am.
There's some indication lights in the hallway. Can you touch them?
I tried.
On the mirror, there's some lights. Can you turn them on?
Would you like to use some more energy from that contraption next to TJ? It might help you.
Could you try touching those lights on the mirror? Should we keep the mirror in the hallway?
Mine.
What's yours?
No.
How many acres did you own back then?
What was the land used for?
Elizabeth, what's your last name?
Do you want us to keep talking to you? Do you want to keep talking with us?
No.
Do you want us to leave?
Do you like us being in this room?
No, not really. But just see if he says anything. Alright, we're gonna leave. We're leaving. We're leaving.
Something touched my foot.
Is that you?
No.
You didn't touch his foot?
I did not touch his foot. All I did was go like this. Can you do that again for us? It is. Okay, I'm leaving out of the room now.
See you later.
Do you want TJ to stay in this room?
Mike.
I'm right here.
Do you want Mike to come back?
My last name.
Do you want Mike to leave?
No.
Alright, I'm here.
Is there anything you want to tell Mike? Do you like Mike?
Well, I'm going to leave then.
Disturb.
I'm disturbed.
Are you still in the room with me or are you out with us?
Are we still talking with Elizabeth?
I'm gonna leave.
Do you want them to leave or do you want them to come back? Do you want TJ in this room?
Yes.
Are you communicating through TJ?
Do you want to talk with Dave? Do you want to keep talking with us?
Nine.
9.
So following the spirit dive, which was pretty successful, in my opinion. I mean, we were getting answers left and right, and pretty good, and a name. You know, we that was pretty darn cool. Now remember, when we do these investigations, pretty much myself and Nikki are the only ones that would actually know any background to it, because we both write the episodes. So, you know, the rest of the crew, they wouldn't have any idea what was going on. And so with a clear name like that coming through the spirit dive through TJ, I thought that was pretty cool. Also, with TJ getting grabbed, I wish I had another camera, but wasn't thinking about putting the camera right there at his feet, you know what I mean? But his reaction, that was pretty clear. And I didn't touch him. You know, all I was doing was putting the sensor balls right onto the dresser right next to him. And as soon as I backed away, that's when he reacted to something grabbing his foot. So, wow. So we followed that with going down to Hunter and Mike's bedroom. That was the former living area back when there was the original cabin and house, before all the additions were added onto it. And Mike wanted to try it out with being a spirit diver, and I was like, all right, why not? You know, we had good success with the library with letting Jess do it, so I was like, all right, you know what, let's try it with Mike and see how that went.
Do you want to talk with us?
Okay.
What do you want to talk about? Who are we talking with in this room? Did you die here? Did you pass away here? Was this your home?
Sorry.
Do you know who lived here?
So we're not asking you to entertain us, but we just want to know if you're...
Never.
Never.
Were we correct in that? Said never?
Yes.
Were you a teacher?
Mike.
Is Mrs. Marabito here with us? Were you a school teacher? Do you like Mike? Did you know Mike? Are you near Mike?
If you're near Mike, can you light up a bulb for us? On which side of him you're at? Left or right?
Chart. There's a lot of like school
Yeah.
equation chart. Were you a math teacher?
Nice day.
Today was a nice day.
Were you outside today? Were you enjoying the weather?
Just so you know, this contraption that I've put together, it's not going to hurt you. It's just so we can see you better, or hopefully see you better.
If you'd like us to.
We would really like to see you.
Do you want us to see
I know.
Do you want us to see you?
Thank you. Stop.
Stop what?
Put this together.
Are we doing something that's bothering you? We're making you feel uncomfortable?
Do you want to be seen?
Stop.
Do you want us to stop talking?
You want Dave to stop moving?
Do you want Dave?
That's good.
Do you want Dave to stop putting this device together?
It's nothing that's going to harm you.
Nothing to harm you. Think of this as kind of like wannabe scientists.
What kind of charts are we looking at?
Is it true that life is connected to a past life? Is that why he's so familiar with the sea, nautical?
Do you want to tell us anything?
Anything more?
Should we know anything? Who are we talking to in this room? Are you still here? Is there anyone still talking to us?
Like I said, this is not going to hurt you. It's just another camera.
No. Stop.
Okay. I'll stop. You just speak once more. I'd like to know who you are.
What?
Can I sit on the bed?
I'm sitting on the bed.
Can you sit on the bed too?
Nobody.
So, can you tell us more about yourself?
Guilt.
What do you feel guilty about?
Did you do something that filled you full of guilt?
Just another contraption that we're using. Like I said, we have many ways for you to speak to us. We cannot hear, we cannot see you, but we're very interested in hearing your story.
Who is Johnny?
Abraham.
Brian.
Are we correct about that? Are you the gentleman with the stove top hat? Are you talking to us now?
12.
All of you? There are 12. February 12th. Report. No, that's not bad. That's all. Okay. Did you look like Abe Lincoln? I think it was a little bit after your time, though.
Are you at peace?
Do you feel bound by something? You want to be released?
We had a rain, healing, all.
How many people are here?
Maybe. Were you all?
Moron?
I don't know if that was
Moron.
towards you or me.
I asked the question.
So with the closing tonight, I just want to go over a theory that has been passed around in the paranormal investigation community. Is that what if that when we do renovations to our homes, right? You're stirring things up a little bit, I guess. Is it a bad thing? No, I don't think so. I mean, we can't just all live in the past all the time, right? So we gotta move forward, but still have respect for those who came before us. Even, I'm not trying to sound like a spiritual guru, but before you do something, just outside, say it out loud. Hey, by the way, I want to put up this wall. Just to let the spirit know that, you have respect for them if you feel like you're haunted, of course. It's their house too, right? I mean, there's things that go on in this house that, I don't know, maybe that's going to be a future episode. Not to spoil anything. But, anywho, we just want to say thank you again to Hunter and Mike for inviting us into your house and doing this investigation. Thank you guys again. Thank you for allowing us access to the Sherwood Hotel when you guys had that open. Thank you again. And to all of you, thank you for watching this episode. Keep on, giving those likes, giving those comments, and we do appreciate it. All right, we're watching, we're looking at the numbers. Thank you guys. So until next week, until next week, I'm Dave Patrick. This is Till Death. And if you haven't already, subscribe, comment, like this video, share this video, and we'll see you next week. Stay safe, stay spooky.